Hey. I almost forgot to turn my fan off before the stream. That's what I was just doing for a second there. Okay, let me get the game up. Press enter. I'm wondering if my PC noise shows up, like, if you can hear it on stream. Like that last time and no one said anything, but I don't know. My stream was muted? Oh. Oh, hold on. I almost forgot to turn on desktop audio and turn that off. We're on episode 3. Right, we got the Maximilian Galactica. Hey! Alright, let's move. Oh boy. So there's 2 places we can go. Lodging house and Big Top. I guess I'll just go to the lodging house first. Oh god, right, this chapter. There seems to be a dorm where all the performers in the circus stay. Really? So we might run into that stoogey clown here, right? He's so kooky. Ah, it's you two. Oh, it's you. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, is it you guys always seem to know when I'm working a crime scene, pal? Because you're always working, Detective. This chapter I dread for this chapter? Oh boy. Well, I'd rather not be always working, but with crime, you don't make your own hours. If I have to be at the circus anyway, I want to see the lion tamer and the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same. Dead body, stage left. Nick, he complained! That's a rarity. Let's get back to business now, okay? That voice is not what I was originally doing for him, but whatever. Do you know who will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow? Of course, it'll be Miss Von Karma. She isn't gonna hit me with her whip again, is she? Probably. What do you have to worry about? You only have to see her in court. When she shows up at the precinct, the sound of that whip never ends, pal. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure Miss Von Karma is really interesting and all, but there's someone else I'd rather talk about. Like who? Like Mr. Edgeworth, of course. Poor Gumshoe. You know, Nick's true rival, Miles Edgeworth. What in the world happened after I went back home? Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't heard that? You haven't heard what happened to him? Nick won't tell me. Well, to be honest, I'm not at liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's not around anymore. He's not around? Nick, what does he mean Mr. Edgeworth isn't around? Exactly what he said, he's not around. They make it sound like he's died. Edgeworth is gone, don't say his name again, okay? Nick? The ringmaster of the circus was murdered, wasn't he? Yep, last night around 10 p.m. He's so upset, it's so funny. Maybe he died? I don't think he died. He died outside in the cold. A pretty sad way to go out, if you ask me, pal. It was rather cold. This is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over there. Right about where you are standing now. Ah! He misses his boyfriend so bad. Surprised you, didn't I? I'm not laughing. Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim? He was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal. Yeep. It's pretty clear cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly. But, there's just one thing that doesn't quite fit. Ha! There's always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit. What was this one thing that just didn't quite fit? The thing you mentioned earlier. Footprints, pal, footprints. Footprints? Look at this picture of the crime scene. What's this? This wooden box under the body. Oh, I almost burped. No clue, pal. Some forensic experts took it back and are examining it now. And what is so mysterious about the footprints? Whoa, calm down now. Take a good look at the footprints in this picture. The victim's footprints are on the scene. That's right, pal. The problem is, the killer's footprints aren't there. Oh, I remember what this chapter is about. Ooh. Dread. Bingo. Where did the killer come from, and where did the killer run off to? Obviously, there's no way the killer committed this crime while flying. A flying culprit. That's when something just clicked in my head. There's no way. Flying is impossible. That's right. Flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible. What's with that old laugh, pal? I meant nothing by it, pal. I mean, flying is, like, people flying is impossible. So, like, the thing he performs in the circus tent is probably using, like, wires and stuff. Like, that's a pretty easy circus trick. Better stated, it means I don't want to talk about it. I need to put that aside or I'm going to make clicking noises on stream and I need to stop playing with my hands. Phoenix must really believe in it. Maybe I can get some info about Max out of him. Crime photo added to the court record. Present profiles. This guy. Looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in the circus tent. You know what they say, bad attitude follows you everywhere. He's a bit arrogant, but he didn't seem that bad. But just because someone has a bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal. It's not just his attitude, I've got proof, pal. Huh? He left something at the scene of the crime. One of his magician's trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat. Well, it does have very classy decorative elements. Silk hat added to the court record. Max uses a cloak, silk hat, and white roses as his signature symbols. Pretty mundane, aren't they? Who cares if they're mundane? At least they're easy to understand. Must have hit a nerve. That's what he said. Who said? The eyewitness. Eh? Tell us about the eyewitness. So about the eyewitness. Oh, you know I'm not going to tell you about that. That's the prosecution's trump card. Oh well. Oh, I just remembered. What? I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering that lodging house. Why is that? Oh, no reason, just something I remembered to tell you. Must be because that's where the eyewitness is. Let's check it out. Don't you dare, pal! Moe's room. Moe's room? Moe's room. Moe's room. Wonder whose room this is. Mo. The name tag on the door says Mo on it. I guess he's not here. Wow, it's a real mess in here. This fucker? Oh boy. My room's probably worse, though. Oh well, I gave up. We'll just have to come back later. All those clown costumes lined up like that. I don't know about you, but it's creepy. Look at the collection he's got. It's incredible. Must be a collection of clown costumes from around the world. Oh, I almost forgot! What is it now? She better not want me to try one of those on. I remember hating them, but I don't remember why. I was thinking of starting a costume collection myself. I'll call it World Spirit Channels. We can display it in our office. In our office? As soon as you start paying the bill, you can say that. Mo's got an excellent pair of pajamas laid on his bed in an excellent manner. What? Those are pajamas? You mean he goes to bed dressed as a clown? Ew. Awesome, look at these shoes. They're great. Forget the shoes. Check out the great gag banana peel. Sure wasn't Mo's snack after lunch? Are you blind? Look at how many scratches there are from people slipping on it. Clown equipment is so funny looking. He's got a bouncing ball, a unicycle. He's even got a trampoline. But they're all broken. Maybe he's just a little too excited during practice? Who knows with that guy? Maybe that's part of the gag. Mo seems to be a voracious reader. Look at all the hard books he has here. Clowns for Dummies, The Joke's on You, Treat Your Peons Right, and the classic Funny Jokes Are Funny. Wow, Mo is very studious. The Joke's on You, huh? What the? There's a string of carrots here. How strange. The carrots seem to come in all different sizes. Weird. Can't tell if Mo just likes carrots or if he's using them for some sort of gag. Look at the ceiling. It looks like someone punched a hole in it. You're right. I wonder what happened. I don't even want to imagine what goes on in here. Is that everything? Yep, I think so. Well, I'm not sure what else to do with him, so I'm gonna move back to the circus entrance. And the big top. December 28th, Berry Big Circus, Big Top. The circus stage sure doesn't look this small from out in the audience. Wow, this is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, do some somersaults. I'm not doing any somersaults. Why not? You look like you'd be great at it. Why do I look like I'd be great at somersaults? Huh, Nick? Wasn't me. Grrr. Tiger! He's coming this way. You've been killed. Nick, you're too young to die, Nick! Stay heal. Grr. I'm still here. I'm not dead. Yet. Nick, are you okay? Scared you, didn't I? Own theme song. Regent is such a cute tiger, isn't he? What's the matter? You two sure are quiet. Don't what's the matter me. Nick, he almost died there. Huh? He wasn't anywhere close to getting hurt, let alone dying. This little tiger hardly ever bites people. And besides, people normally never get to play with the wild tiger, right? So if you think about it, you're actually really lucky. Huh? You agree, don't you? I guess. What do you mean, you guess? Why are you agreeing with her? Woohoo! Your costume! Eh? It's cute. I want to try it on. Your costume? You mean my clothes? You don't mind letting me try it on, right? I guess not. Really? You're the best. Wow, the tables turned quickly on that one. So much for the tiger thing. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Regina Berry. I'm renowned animal tamer of the Berry Big Circus. My name's Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium. Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. When you put us up next to an animal tamer, I bet we really look odd. Nice to meet ya! Likewise. What happened? Hey, Regina, what do you know about what happened last night? You mean the murder? Uh-huh. My dad was murdered. She's taken it. Her hair always confuses me. How so? Oh, I see. Wait, what did she just say? So, the ringmaster was your... Yep, the ringmaster was my dad. I'm so sorry about what happened, Tim. Why do you say you're sorry? Huh? Anyways, everyone was here practicing last night. Even your dad? Yes, everyone was here. We finished up around 10 p.m. After that, everyone went off on their own. I was the only one who stayed around here. Why did you do that? I was playing with Regent. Regent? So she was with that beast. That's when the police showed up. When they took me to check things out, Dad was dead. For someone whose father was just murdered, she seems awfully perky. I wish she would tell us more about her dad. Oops. That's incredible that you're an animal tamer. If you say so. It has to be really scary. Scary? Why? She's very nonchalant about it. Yeah, she's really nonchalant about it. It's kind of sus, but also sometimes people in this game just seem to be very odd, so who knows. Huh? Regent isn't scary, he's cute. Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend. Leon? Yes, Leon the Lion. Of course. Leon the Lion, Regent and Regina. Interesting naming choices. Leon, he died? Yes, actually he was killed. My dad killed him. What? Why did he do that? I'm not sure why he did it. It's tough not to get charmed when she looks at you with those innocent eyes. No, it's actually very easy to not be charmed. Also, words. There's a lot of... This circus would be under so much fire for, like, animal cruelty and stuff. She reminds me of that anime Girls Are Great Aliens image. What image? I don't know. What? I'll go search for it. Tell us when you post it. But yeah, like, there's a lot of, there's been a lot of talk about how, like, circus animals are not treated very well at all, like, normally, and the fact that he, like, killed the tiger, it's, like, a very... Like, I know this is just a fictional story, but, you know. Present. Hey, you want to see a photo of your dead dad? Okay, never mind. I understand exactly what you mean. I never expected Maya to make a new friend in a strange place like this. This silk hat is Max's. That's right. It's beautiful, isn't it? I thought up the idea for wearing the hat. Huh? Really? Yep, he took my sketch to the hat shop. And they made a custom hat for him based off the sketch. There's only one of these silky hats in the entire world. Isn't that cool? I'm not sure what else to talk about with you. Let's examine the surroundings. The seats are kind of far away, don't you think? They are, but it also means that lots of people can fit in the big top. He's right. We can fit 500 people into a show. 500? That's amazing. Flying around above the many people is a real rush. At least that's what Max said. Look, that's where Max comes out during the show. I've gotta admit, that was a pretty cool effect. We're planning for me to start coming out of the lion during the show. That's great, Regina. Yeah, I will ride on Regent's back and jump out of the lion's mouth. I want to try it too. I'll ride on Nick's back and now jump out of the lion's mouth. Sometimes I wonder about this girl. Whoa, those lights are huge. I love lights. Whenever I appear under the spotlight, everyone claps for me. That's because everyone knows that you're cute. Posted it? Okay. Let me go look at it. What? Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna put this on stream. Okay, hold on. Image. Anime girls, aliens in disguise. I can't quite read the words, but the truth is out there. God, that... There's a separate image for the top one? Oh, is there? Oh shit, I didn't mean to click that. Wow, Regina does look like this. God, this is so funny that someone went through the process of making this. Sorry, I'm like I gotta like make it back smaller because I just want to see what can I do with this image. Transform. No, I don't think I can. I can apparently rotate it. Okay, hold on. Let me remove that. Oh, you got the full... Okay. Oh, shit. That's the wrong thing, too. It's rotated, yeah. Aliens in disguise. Enlarged cranium. Oversized ocular cavities. Undersized nasal cavities, underdeveloped mandibles, spindly limbs, emaciated appearance. The truth is out there. No, that doesn't really work. Anyways, 1 second, I wanna, hold on, save that. Shit, did that again. I fucking thought you were gonna put that in the corner. There we go. Reminded that Regina is a tall gray. Maybe it would be better in one of the corners. No, that, like, covers up too much. Ghast face reveal. Hold on, wait, idea. Hold on. Gamer headset transparent. What the fuck is an AVIF file? I just want a PNG. Hold on, can I... How do I transform these without it, like, constraining proportions? Can I hold shift for that? Yes, okay. Oh, come on, stop being difficult. There we go. The immersion. That's because everyone knows that you're cute. No, I'm not cute. You're cute. Me? Of course. I'm sure you'd make an incredible heroine. Really? You think so? Nick, did you hear that? Me? A heroine? What about Nick, Regina? Nick. He's no hero, is he? Ouch, thanks a lot, Maya. A ladder. It's just a step ladder. What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should stick with the basic facts of the matter. Okay. It's not even worth arguing with her on this. I'm snickering so fucking hard, holy shit. Funny alien in the corner. There doesn't seem to be anything here that can help us, not a single clue. You know, I've been meaning to ask you. What exactly do you mean when you say clue? What are you looking for? A bloody chainsaw, for instance. Well, there's definitely not one of those here. Yeah, our victim died to blunt force. Okay, that's it. Alright, Maximilian Galactica and his comical comrades. There's gotta be something more. Let's see, what do we have in the court record? We tried showing her this, and we tried showing her, when we showed her this, that worked. Let's talk to Gumshoe again, maybe. Try presenting. Okay. Oh shit, that was not... Hold on, I'll just show it again. It'll pop up, probably. You know, I can't tell you two anything about the evidence we have gathered. Stingy? Stingy? When you put it so bluntly, it kinda hurts my feelings, Belle. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think we... Oh, okay. December 28th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Max isn't here. He must be in questioning. Oh, I wanted to see a magic trick. He should be back in a little bit. I guess so. I didn't mean to go there. Oh, December 28th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Alright, we've got lots of things we have to look into. No time for slacking, let's get going. Okay. What's the matter? You seem down. Maximilian Galactica. Who would have guessed he was he was Country Bumpkin? So now what do we do? Huh? There's still lots of things we can do. Go to the scene of the crime, talk to witnesses, gather evidence. Yeah, I guess you're right. We still don't even know what happened in the first place. Maya Year 1 too. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. I could have sworn I've heard that before. Well, we now have enough information. Well, we never have enough information. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. This silk hat really does look like it can fly. It does have a feather on it, maybe that's why you think it can take off. You're right. Nick, I bet you could wear a hat like this. This is like one of those hats a famous detective would wear. Yeah, I guess so. But with a head as big as yours, you'd probably bust a hole in it. This is kind of pointless, don't you think? If it's that pointless, then you don't have to worry about showing it to me. And she's right, she's right. It's the murder, it's the crime photo. That's not... Yeah, that one, I figured. Let's see. How much do I use this on? Yeah. Nothing in here. So it's gotta be maybe still with, Regina. Oh yeah, I can present profiles, right. Oh, that must have been... Oh, that's what he looked like? Huh. Huh. It's Max! Hey, where is Max now, anyways? You don't know? Nope. He's been arrested. He was charged with the murder of your father. It's okay, Nick and I will help him. Max isn't the guy, is he? I mean, the criminal? Of course he's not. I'm worried about so many things right now. Like what? Regina, what's the matter? What's on your mind? I'll tell you, Maya, but just you. Well... What? Really? And then? Oh my, that's incredible, Regina. Come on, Nick, there's no reason to pout. Don't worry about me. Regina told me that someone professed their love to her, was it Max? Professed their love? Not only that, it was Maximilian Galactica. I wonder how many people have stolen one of his hearts anyways. And then on the exact same day, another person professed their love for her as well. Is it Mo? What? Who was it? Someone named Trillo. Trilobite? Trillo? Apparently he's a tenor who sings in the circus. Haven't met him yet. Regina seems to be quite the hit with the men in the circus. She must have some sort of strange power over them. You're not kidding! 2 people in one day! Even I want to profess my love for her. Me too, she's so cute. God. What is with her? She's like a siren. After practice was over, Dad went right back to his room. His room? No, she's a gray alien. Yes, that door right over there leads to the ringmaster's room. I don't know why, but he went off to his room in a hurry. I wonder what happened. The ringmaster's room. It's probably a good idea to check it out for myself. Yes! What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures of Max. And only 2 of his daughter. December 28th, Big Top Ringmaster's room. This is the Ringmaster's room. Yes, this room belonged to the victim, which means this must be where Max met the Ringmaster last night. Now that you mention it, that is what he said. I wonder what... that's an interesting poster. It's a poster of Max. I want it. Nick, I want it. I want to get out of here. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to examine. There's a lot of posters here, don't you think? There are indeed. So many posters that they aren't likely to miss one, are they? Maya, we're supposed to be the honest ones around here. But, you didn't even notice that I took one. She already swiped one. You're incorrigible, you know that. Max G promo poster added to the court record. Oh boy. Look at all the stars on this poster. This must have been the poster they used to promote their public appearances. Posters are the way to go, aren't they? What do you mean? We should make posters to promote our law firm. Spine-tingling legal action, mind-numbing legalese. You will say, wow! Or perhaps, hold it! Don't miss out on a stunning life-or-death courtroom thrill ride. With those taglines, our law firm would sink faster than the Titanic. You may not know this, but they call this a tailcoat. And they call this the face of someone who already knew that, What? Scrap of white paper sticking out of the coat pocket. Huh? Where? Calm down, Maya. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats. You always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. This is where the ringmaster applied his makeup. It's quite a collection of the most understated colors. Shocking pink, for example. This one says it is 100% all-natural organic mascara. This one says, sensitive enough for a baby, strong enough for a mime. The ringmaster must have been really concerned about skincare. Very metrosexual! Why is that word here? Why does she know that? What? Nothing. Fucking metrosexual jump scare. All these frames look this. All these frames look the same. They almost look like thank you cards. Looks like every year the ringmaster made donations to charity. To the Robot Clown Research Center. You're kidding, right? What? They may be a perfectly reputable charity in the field of advanced tomfoolery. Nick, look at all the cute trophies. Indeed, just look at the awards the circus has won. Like, All-County Quiz Champions, Ringmasters Association Mini Golf Master, Beer Belly Balloon Bounce Champ, Pet Grooming Grand Prix. Wow, the Ringmaster was multi-talented in ways I could have never imagined. This is strange. Everything else looks nice, but this desk looks old and cheap. There's a really big photo on the desk. It's a picture of Regina and her father, the Ringmaster. He really loved her, didn't she? Regina was lucky to have such a wonderful father. Okay. It's a table for guests. There's some paper scattered on top. Look at this! Max's salary is written on this piece of paper. Yikes! What is it? I didn't know that a magician... This salary's incredible. She looks like she's about ready to pass out from shock. How much is it? How much is it? That much? Incredible, huh? You can say that again. This must be the paper they used to negotiate Max's salary. Ringmaster signed and dated it. What's the matter, Nick? Max definitely got a raise. But this document is dated a week ago. Ooh, he got an enormous raise 1 week ago. Anything else? This was the table he used when visitors came to see him. Ew, there's mud caked on the table. Someone with terrible manners must have put their shoes up on the table. Nick, don't even think about it. I wasn't. How uncouth do you think I am anyway? I think that's everything here. Oh wait, no photos. Nick, look at all the photos lined up on the wall. It's like a guided tour of the circus's history. This is so cool. It seems like there were so many happy memories. Maybe we should do this sort of thing at our office. We can put up pictures of all the clients who have been found not guilty. And what if we had a client who was found guilty? We'll just pretend like they didn't exist. How's that? Nick, now you've got me thinking about losing cases. Why'd you do that? Let's see... Nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not here. Circus entrance. Oh. December 28th. Very big circus. Circus entrance. Huh? Hey, Nick, look over there. What? There's someone over there. Excuse me. I'm guessing this might be Trillo. Hello? He has no chin. Wow, he sure is a quiet one. Excuse me. What? Huh? Huh? Me? Yes, you work at the circus, don't you? No, I'm just your everyday average Joe. An average Joe who just happens to hang out at the circus and has a huge fucking bow tie? I don't think so. He has a chin. Like, when he turns his face to the side, though, like, it's just smooth. Yes, I am. I've got nothing to do with what's going on here. He's lying, like any regular person would hang around the circus, dressed like that. I'm an attorney. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm a spirit medium. My name is Maya. Well, I, just happen to be, passing by. I don't suppose you happen to be some kind of carny. Not a carny. I'm a performer, actually. I'm a ventriloquist. Ventriloquist? Oh my god. Yeah, this is Trillo. Trillo the ventriloquist. I see. Names. I'm... Oh, you're... Names. I'm Benjamin Woodman. Your last name is Woodman? Yes, that's right. But everyone calls me Ben. Ah, yes, yes, that's your alias, right? I believe they call it a stage name. Excuse me, Ben. Yes, you mean me? About the murder, I'd like to talk to you about the details, if I may. Really, I'm just a regular normal guy. I don't know, this guy's so nervous, he's creeping me out. Nick, cheer up. Just try and smile. Would you mind telling something about Max? Maximilian Galactica. Max? He's not very nice. Did he just say that Max is not very nice? Oh, ow, my head hurts. Yikes, I hope he's okay. He sounds like he just popped a gasket. Ben, so you're a ventriloquist? I'm just a regular guy. You already told us that you were a ventriloquist. Oh, yes. Nick, don't yell at him. You can't do that. I can't help it. He's making me nervous. Ben, would you mind showing me some of your skills as a ventriloquist? Well, right now, oh my god. He's contagious. Alright. Hey, you wanna show... I guess we won't need you to look at this after all. Yep, I don't think there's anything with this guy right now. We'll probably come back to him. Oh, nope, he's still not here. Okay. Present. Let's change to profiles. Nope. Literally, what is with you? Real name, Benjamin Woodman, a ventriloquist. Conversing with him is really tiring. 31. Wait, how old are you? 16?! 16! How old are you? Ah, that guy. His name is Ben, right? Huh? You don't know him? I don't know. He didn't really catch my eye. Yeah. He's friends with Trillo, right? Wait. We're the ones asking the questions around here. We didn't try presenting any people to him, did we? Oh, wait, what did he say? Oh, actually, I should have read that. I've got enough affidavits from most of the performers at the circus. They're certainly a strange bunch of characters. You don't say. Well, not stranger than you, I suppose. That was cold. I'm sorry, I was just messing around. Okay. December 28th, lodging house, first floor, Moe's room. Hello, Bueno. Oh boy. Congratulations, you're the big winner. The 1 millionth visitor to the room of one Mr. Mo Curls, aka me. Earplugs, must find earplugs. To celebrate this momentous occasion, would you care for an organic grape? Just one. Did you get my joke right there? I hate his mouth pattern costume. Oh. I'm welched on giving you more than one. No. If it was funny, it is your duty as a human being to laugh. People who don't laugh are usually last seen in Lansing, catch my drift. What? Average EFDN user, hey now. Don't say that, don't compare us. Maya? This is like some Faustian nightmare. Come on, it was funny. It wasn't. Clowns are always funny in my book. In my book, they're just funny looking. You sure do have great tasting clothes, girlie. Look at that garb. You look just like Greta Garb. Oh. Oh, hey, that's who Greta was named after. I'm going home. No, Nick, you can't. You know, I could excuse a bad joke or two, but this stooge keeps laughing at his own jokes. That's what I object to. Okay, I get it, but you have to admit, he is kind of funny. No, I do not have to admit that, because he isn't. Anyways. Could you please tell us more about the Very Big Circus? It's a very big story. You sure got that kind of time? And the hits just keep on coming. This circus has been in business for 20 years. We all performed under the guidance of the ringmaster, Russell Berry. 20 years? Wow. Working at the circus is never easy, especially nowadays. Movies, TV, and bowling, there's just too much competition. But I love the circus. I love it too. That's why I've been here for 20 years. We work hard to keep the show running. No one sends in the clowns on us. And Nick, he just made a joke. Laugh. Har 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 har. The ringmaster was a real big shot in the circus world. Real class act. Even when there were no customers, Russell would use his own money to pay me. Because he knew that I had a family to care for. He was happy to take care of his employees. Why aren't you there with your family instead of here? I see. How could anyone do that to such a wonderful man? Mo. Wiggity wiggity what? I'm sorry, Mo. Nick was born without a sense of humor. He's not funny. Don't worry God. Don't worry about it. How can you fault someone for being born that way? Let's talk about the murder. Let's see. It must have taken place around 10 p.m. last night. After rehearsals were finished, I was tuckered out, so I came back here. After I went to bed, that's when I caught a peek of it. Caught a peek? Slowly he's working. They're not working. There was a murder. A murder just happened. Of the crime. Just as we suspected. This guy's the eyewitness to the crime. The ringmaster was truly ahead of his time. He would always add new elements to the show. New elements? When you've been a performer for a long time, your act starts getting a bit stale. I realize that even my act can be a bit long in the tooth. Sometimes my jokes can be a bit, old-fashioned. A bit long in the tooth? But that make-believer takes things too far. Make-believer? The magician, the one that thinks he's all high and mighty. He had the gall to say to me, "You're one of those funny types, right?" What does he mean, one of those? Well, the joke's on him now. On him? Yep, he got it on everyone's nerves. The day of the murder. Go ahead. Nope, no way. Just forget I said anything. But he's still hiding something about Max. You say you saw the crime. Do you mind telling me what you saw? Well, the police told me that I can't share my story with others. Don't say a word, pal. I'm just gonna have to let these lips stay zipped. That's not fair. I guess you're right. Maybe I can tell you a few details, but only if you can get old Stiff Lips here to make with the funny. Stiff Lips? Wait, do you mean me? Nick, you can do it. What's the matter? Just getting ready, okay? Do you know why I, Phoenix Wright, am a great lawyer? Because I'm right all the time. Fucking hell. At least his expectations are low. I wouldn't let him quit his day job. Yeesh, cut a guy some slack. At least it was funnier than Chuckles over here. It wasn't the greatest joke I heard, but you did try, so I'll tell you what I saw. I'm sorry he's incapable of being funny, Mo. Shut up, Maya. Oh my god. That night, once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Once I heard it, I jumped out of bed. That's when I saw. Without question, without a doubt, it was that magician. That's all I saw, but it just proves how terrible that man actually is. He knows more about Max than he's letting on. Russell! How could anyone do this to you? Mo's taking this really hard. It's that uppity faker's uppity top hat. They found this at the scene of the crime, didn't they? That's what I've been told. Unbelievable. That jerk killed the ringmaster. It really is a shame what happened to the ringmaster, huh, Mo? It seems that the ringmaster was truly a great man. What do you think about this? Anything come to mind? Oh, you want... No, I don't. Yeah, no. Present profiles. If he thinks he can kill the ringmaster, it's only just that he should die too. Mo. Sorry, I crossed the line, but he truly is a disgusting human being. Why do you hate him so much? Let me tell you this one story. The morning before the murder, something terrible happened. Are you skipping his dialogues now? If I don't have to read them. Max clunked Ben right over the head, as hard as he could. Ben, the ventriloquist with the speech impediment? You should go to the cafeteria and investigate for yourselves. The cafeteria? Let's just say there's got to be something interesting there. Oh yes, the very big circus is very big, isn't it? You should always carry a map with you to get around. Thank you. This is an atlas. Oh, I killed myself, really, I'm dying here. Coronary. And now he's just laughing to hear his own voice. A circus map added to the court record. That's the ringmaster's daughter, Regina. Ever since she was a little girl, she's been watching the circus performances. Cutie little puppy Maltese, that Regina. If only my Lorena was that cute. Lorena? Loretta is my daughter. She lives with her mother now. It's true what they say about the tears of a clown. I don't know what they say. I've been friends with Russell since even before the circus began. He was so selfless, always thought about others before thinking of himself. I'll find a way to return the favor. He always took such good care of me. I wish I would have thanked him more than I did. Ben, how's he doing? He's a ventriloquist, isn't he? That's right, boy was I surprised when they told me his secret. He's got a second mouth where his belly button should be. Just kidding. Ben wouldn't tell me a single thing about the murder. That's a simple problem to solve. He won't talk if he doesn't have his puppet Trillo. Trillo? Ben doesn't have his ventriloquist puppet. You'll barely get a word out of him. Really? Master and puppet. Okay, I'm done with you. Nope, wrong air. Nope. What does this look like? Lodging house. Mo. Acro. It must be the acrobat. Ringmaster's room, cafeteria. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to just check real quick. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get out of him until we get his puppet. Keep our cafeteria clean. Oh boy, more Max. December 28th, Big Top Cafeteria. Ew, this place is gross. This must be because of last night. They didn't have time to clean up after dinner because of the murder. That reminds me, what was it that Mo said? He said that yesterday morning, Max clonked Ben over the head here. He also said that there's got to be something interesting there. Nick, what's got to be interesting? Don't ask. Probably with the bottle. What's this? Must be a juice bottle or something? Watch out, Nick. There's broken glass all over the floor. A broken bottle just lying in the middle of the floor. Do you think it means anything? There's got to be something interesting there. Huh? Looks like we're going to have to go back and meet with him. Him? Orange juice bottle that was found broken on the cafeteria floor. The chair's been knocked over. That's what it looks like. It almost looks as if someone knocked it over in a struggle or used it for self-defense. Or maybe Regent just likes to eat his dinner in the cafeteria. Looks like they've left it exactly as it was on the night of the murder. They didn't seem too worried about cleaning up the dishes, did they? Looking at all these dishes is making me hungry. Let's go get a burger at the snack stand outside. Once we're finished with the case. Alright. Then let's get this over with, Nick. Here we go. Whoa! Where's the mute button when you need it? Keep our cafeteria clean. Doesn't seem like anyone ever read this sign, huh? Maybe they should make it easier to understand. Clean it or die. Well, that would definitely make them clean up. God. A bulletin board for, bulletins. Doesn't look like there are any useful clues posted here. Boring. Maybe we should leave a juicy tidbit for someone to read. Juicy? You know, like a fake clue. Maybe something like, message from the killer. Give it up, Maya. You know Gumshoe would take it all seriously. If you ever die, I would rather die. The kitchen's over here. Everyone must have taken turns cooking. There's this duty list posted here. I wouldn't mind trying my hand at cooking for this many people. Maya's killer hamburger. You'd try it, wouldn't you? This is strange. There's nothing on top of this stand. Look here, Max is written on it. It must be his VIP table. Isn't it a bit small to be a VIP table? You won't be putting a 10-course meal on this. Well, he could still eat hamburgers, right? Hamburger. Hamburger. That's Mo. He's such a funny clown. He's been a good friend of my dad for a really long time now. He was good friends with the ringmaster. My dad always said, when it comes to who I can entrust the circus to, it's definitely Mo. Yep, that clown is one lovable stooge. Don't you think so, Nick? No. No comment. Why is everyone saying he's funny? Literally? Wait, how old did that say he was? Oh, I didn't mean that. $46. God. Okay, circus entrance. December 28th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Oh, it's my two sweeties! Welcome to the Detention Center! I forgot what voice I did from last time, I don't remember. Did you just call me sweetie again? What's on today's agenda? What can I help you with? Well, we've gathered quite a few clues. Wonderfully fantabuloso! I mean, fabulous. That's why we came to meet with you again. What's wrong? Quit making such a scary face. Okay then, Max, let's make this absolutely fabulous. We heard a lot about you at the circus, Max. Ah, you must mean the dinosaurs. How are those Jurassic geriatrics? Max, you aren't very popular with the other performers, are you? Yes, sweetie, that's what they call jealousy. Jealousy. They are absolutely jealous of my absolutely fabulous self. People who really understand can see the obvious differences between us. People who really understand? For instance, my sweetie pie. So Regina understands him, huh? I plan on getting married to her. She's truly my sweetie pie princess. Wow, that's so cool. She is 16. Blech. It's already in the works. Oh? That's strange. Regina never said anything about actually marrying this Joker. You met with the ringmaster of the night of the murder? Yes, I was with him around 10 p.m. once I was done with practice. I went to his room right after we finished. I found the ringmaster's body in the plaza in front of the lodging house. Yeah, I heard about that. He needed to step out for a bit, so I waited in his room for him to return. Huh? Sorry, Max, I have something I must attend to right now. That's not a good voice from him. Do you mind waiting for me right here? It's pretty cold outside. Where's your coat? It's alright, I'll be right back. It should only take about 10 minutes. And then? I waited for him, but he never came back. Did he go to the plaza where the body was discovered? Possibly. The snow had tapered off a bit, but it was still very cold outside. But I have no idea what he went off to do. Let's go. Take a drink. Meeting with Russell. Last night you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such. Exactly! We reached an agreement about the salary of my 6-month contract. That's the truth, the whole truth. What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary? I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? Do you even have proof that I did something other than negotiate my fee last night? That's... It was on the table in the ringmaster's room. You weren't lying when you said that you received quite a raise. Is there a problem with being well compensated? Not with the compensation, just with the date. This is dated a week ago. Max, you finished your contract negotiations a week ago. Fabulous! Alright, I'll tell you the truth. That night, the ringmaster called me to his room. He called you? Why did he do that? Sorry, sweetie. That's private. The ringmaster called him. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. Max, perhaps you could share with me what you two spoke about. Well, not if I don't have to. Isn't that why the ringmaster called you into his room last night? Isn't this, Is it this? Isn't this why the ringmaster called you? It's gotta be... This, maybe? The fact that he, like, beat him over the head? God, I'm gonna lose health for this if I'm wrong, but I think it's probably... I'm thinking it's probably either because he beat him over the head with the glass bottle, or because he confessed his love to Regina, but I think that those are connected, so... Let's try it. Okay. Nope, this isn't correct. How about it, Max? How about what? What do you expect me to do with this? Let me guess, you're showing me that so I can make it disappear for you, right? Yeah, that's what I figured. No, please don't make it disappear. I gotta try again. Ringmaster called him. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. So it is definitely the... Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Oh my god. Yeah, hi. I need to skip through what we just talked about. You met with the ringmaster to negotiate your salary. Take that. Isn't this why you were called to the ringmaster's room that night? Where did you get that? The cafeteria, but you already knew that, didn't you? Of course! It fell and broke on the floor. He's still hiding something else. Max. What is it, my sweetie? It didn't fall and break on the floor. You used this bottle to... profiles, and now we probably... Ben! You nailed him over the head with this bottle, didn't you? And that's why you got called to the ringmaster's room that night. Fabulous! You might as well be a magician! The circus is, like, so fucking messed up. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like any of these characters. The truth is, yesterday morning during breakfast we had a run-in. You mean you had a fight with Ben the ventriloquist? You could put it that way. Why did you fight with him? Ben seems like such a quiet man. We fought about my sweetie pie. You mean Regina? That ill-breed creep told my sweetie pie princess that he was in love with her. Would you put up with that? Ill-bred? Are you talking about the same Ben? Told her he was in love with her. Are we sure this is Ben we're talking about? All I can say is that he made me mad, and I had to tap him on his hard head. That's when the ringmaster called me, and I realized that it was my chance. Your chance? That's when I went to his room and I laid it all out on the table. I asked him to let me marry my sweetie pie. What? The ringmaster told me that it sounds good to me. That's why my sweetie pie is my sweetie pie, and no one else's. I see. Since Ben was causing me so much trouble, I realized I had to shut him up. Shut him up? What do you mean by shut him up? You don't know, do you, my sweeties? Trillo can't say a word, not without Ben. Trillo? The puppet, the ventriloquist puppet. His real name is Trilloquist. But a puppet doesn't talk. I know, that's why I hid it. Before the police came and took me away, of course. If that puppet started flapping off at the balsa, I'd be screwed. You hit him? You mean the ventriloquist puppet? God, that fucking emote is really how it feels. You're so smart, sweetie. Where did you hide him? What? Sweetie, you aren't thinking of trying to add him to my defense, are you? Well, Ben does seem awfully lonely without his puppet. Fabulous! That should have taught him a lesson. Okay, I hid Trillo in the ringmaster's room. You don't mind going there and getting Trillo for me, do you, my sweets? No problem, none at all. Thank you, Max. You know I can't stand to see my sweeties in a jam. And don't go hiding puppets. December 28th, Berry Big Circus entrance. Huh? Ben's not here anymore. Yeah, I wanted to ask him something. It's cold out, he's probably in the tent. December 28th, Berry Big Circus, Big Top. What do you think, Nick? I wonder if we've been making any progress. Don't be so negative, of course we're making progress. But everyone loved the ringmaster, and there's no sign of footprints on the scene. There's still a lot of mysteries left to be solved. Of course. Now Regina isn't here. I'm not seeing how that's related. Big Top Ringmaster's room. Looks the same as always. A great big mess. Considering how messy it is, I bet they wouldn't notice if another poster went missing. Will you just stop it, you poster pilferer? I'm just kidding. You know I already got one of those posters. You mean stole one of those posters. Yeah, let's focus on what Max told us. He said that he hid Trillo somewhere in this room. Trillo? Oh, the ventriloquist puppet. Examine. Nick, look at all the cute trophies. Indeed, just look at all the awards the circus has won. Like... Ringmaster is talented. There's something shoved under the bookshelf. This is... That's Trillo! That's Ben's puppet! I think you're right. We'll give it back to him later. God. Trilloquist handed over to Maya. Why do I have to carry this thing? Ugh. Nick, look at all the... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. December 28th, Big Top Cafeteria. Oh, hey, Ben! Hello. Hello to you, too. It's awfully cold today, don't you agree? I do indeed. Don't you think it's cold, Nick? I don't see how talking about the weather is helping our case. Ben, this is yours, isn't it? Yes, that's mine. Here you go. Triloquist returned to Ben. Alright, Maya, let's get going. It's that time, isn't it? See you around, Ben. Okay. So, Nick, where are we going next? Let's see, maybe we should go talk to the clown once again.
Hey, wait!
Who said that?
What are you looking at? I'm right here, you blind wench!
Oh my god. Yeah.
What's your problem anyways? Don't you know how to properly greet someone?
Ben? Is that you, Ben? No, I would never.
It was me, yeah, me down here!
You're Trillo. There's no good people in the circus, yeah, they're all deranged.
That is Mr. Quist to you, sir! Learn some manners before you just... That's not the correct voice. Before you just blurt out my name! Now try speaking to me again, but this time with some proper respect!
Try to keep these voices straight. Not again. Mr. Quist, is that better?
No, look at me when I'm talking to you, you 8-bit excuse for an attorney!
Trillo, we talked about insulting people. You promised.
But he was mocking me! Not being mean to boys was not included in the deal!
That's not a good voice for him. I don't want to try going high-pitched, but... I'm sorry, Trillo. Nick, what just happened? Trillo's still a puppet, right? A ventriloquist puppet?
Hey, who do you think you're calling? You are calling me a puppet?
Yeah, let's try going higher pitch, I guess. What happened? Oh, I hate this fucking puppet. He's got the fucking DreamWorks fucking eyebrows, like fucking Boss Baby looking ass. Tell us more about the murder.
You talking to me? I said...
Nope.
You talking to me? I said... You talking to me? Don't look at him when you're talking to me!
Triloquist, you behave, young man.
Shut up, Woody! What murder are you talking about? You mean the one where they offed the old man?
I guess so.
No need to make such a fuss about things. That old mutt paid us all peanuts.
Trillo, you can't say things like that. I didn't raise you to be that kind of puppet.
Don't you have nerve pills or something to take right now?
These two are really an odd couple, aren't they, Nick?
Okay, I'll talk.
Nope.
Gramps got clobbered over the head. Let me lay it all out for you. The pay sucks, the clown sucks, and my partner has his hand up my pants.
Your partner? You mean Ben?
Yeah, that creepy old guy who never finds it in himself to leave me alone. Tell him to back off from me, will ya? He's just another one of the dorks around here.
Oh, my.
But I'll be fair, if this cesspool of human garbage masquerading as performers. I found my Madonna.
Your Madonna? This is just like fucking... They have like this, a similar dynamic to fucking, Rex and Robbie from Victorious.
Regina, my lovely Regina. She's stunning, right, Ben?
Well, I'm not sure if I would go that far.
You'll have to excuse him. He does not understand of what he speaks.
What? Who?
Oh, I forgot the fucking alien was there.
I went to go get the video and I forgot the alien was there. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me... Is this display capture? Primary monitor? I don't know. Window capture, right. Oh, this might get me... Yeah, okay, well, let's just, do that. It's these two.
Unbelievable! You guys have no idea how upset I am about it snowed in Los Angeles?
I told you global warming was bogus.
Stop watching Fox News.
No, it's fair and balanced.
Okay, that's it. Oh shit, that's my actual browser. Okay. Oh my god, they do have the same dynamic? Yeah. I didn't think that was gonna change my actual browser. Oh boy.
I, on the other hand, am an appreciator of true beauty, hence why I shall marry her.
Mary?
The ringmaster got knocked upside his cheap head by that flying fraud.
You mean Max Galactico? Why do you say that? Trillo, straighten up. Don't accuse people like that.
Straighten up? I'm made of wood. But,
whoa.
Besides, you were there. You know what happened.
You were there?
Hee if you're that interested, then I'll let you in on the facts.
You're going to marry Regina?
That's right! She doesn't quite realize the joy that awaits her, does she?
I think I'm beginning to see why she seemed troubled.
Well, I don't care, it's my choice, not hers. We're getting hitched.
I know you wow, this puppet is misogynistic. I know you think that, but what?
I gave her a special gift. I gave her the wonderful gift of song.
You gave her a song?
Well, I am a renowned tenor. You'll be happy to know.
What's a tenor? Tenor is... What's a... Tenor? Worst fucking circus? No, not the fucking gift thing. I want the actual... A countertenor and a baritone. Okay, it's between those. Huh. It is the highest. Okay. Huh. I don't know what any of these music terms mean, but I guess I'm going right with the high pitch. Worst fucking circus indeed. I feel bad for this one character for being in the circus.
You'll be happy to know that I've decided to grace you with one of my songs. Me, 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 me. I want you to...
I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'm back.
The rest is private.
Well, the melody is pretty good. Those lyrics, I think they need a little work.
Who asked you? I'm the artist here.
Thanks. Now that Trillo's here. Does that mean you can talk normally now?
Hey, buttface! Ah. You must be looking forward to tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Ambulance Chaser? You know, it's time to get rid of that pesky magician once and for all.
Trillo?
Enough jibba-jabba. Let's get to court already.
Hey, wait a second. Nick, what's going on? He's a witness for tomorrow's trial. December 28th, Berry Big Circus, Big Top. What in the world happened with Ben and Trillo? Quite a pair, those two. What did that pup... Oh! Oh my god, the fucking monkey. Oh no, now what?
Yeah.
Did he just steal my badge? Did that monkey just steal my badge? Hey, welcome back, Nick. That monkey. Ah, my badge! That monkey stole it. What?
Hee. Mr. Attorney, that face was so cute. You look so completely dumbfounded.
Regina? That monkey! The monkey is now the attorney.
Hey, no need to get angry, okay?
But my attorney badge, I've already forgotten what voice I did for her.
Don't worry, I'll help you out.
Okay, if you say so. If I don't get my badge back, how can I flash it?
By the way, that monkey's name is Money. Money the monkey.
His name is Money? Monkey the Money. The monkey is called Money.
Yes.
Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get that back? Oh my god, rich ape. Ugh. Also, monkeys aren't apes.
I'll see what I can do. Even I have money problems.
Eh?
Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home.
Haha, that's pretty funny. Well, I guess I'll just have to find out where Money disappeared to.
I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Mo. He might know.
Huh? You don't know?
Well, Money isn't exactly someone I'm on friendly terms with.
What? I can imagine. You're very shiny.
He's not really the kind of animal I work with, even if he does need training.
Oh, I see. Go to Moe's, I guess it is time that I revisit that kooky clown. Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben?
Ben? You mean the guy that's always hanging around with Trillo?
What do you mean, hanging around?
Well, he was there when Trillo told me he was in love with me.
Trillo told you he was in love with you?
Yes, he did. Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart, and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him.
But what about Ben?
What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trillo.
Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the circus. Everyone in this fucking circus is a clown, in the bad way. I really stumbled over my fucking sentence there, God.
Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Proposed to? Nope, that won't be for a while.
Huh? Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick? Yeah, Max and Trilla both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand in marriage. But Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. I forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. So I guess Trilla hasn't asked her directly yet? What? He's going to propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Maya? Huh? What? Who do you think I should go for, Max or Trillo? Max is closer to your range. But they both are not. Watch it be that they weren't talking about her. I really hope it's that they're not talking about her. She's 16. Wait. Do you realize that Trillo is a puppet? I don't care that he's a bit stiff. Oh boy. Profiles. I already showed this, and I think I already showed Mo, so I think we're actually done here. Move. Circus entrance. We gotta go to Mo. December 28th, Lodging House Plaza. Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already. Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct. Oh yeah, I didn't really look around here, did I? The ringmaster's body was found here. I heard that the way he fell over made him look like he was carrying a wooden box. But what in the world really happened here? Something's covered up by this tarp. An old sign, perhaps? Nick, look out! They've got the killer trap behind that tarp! What? It wasn't funny? You know it would have hurt you to look even a little bit surprised. Ooh, she didn't notice I was too scared to talk. This is the condenser for the air conditioner. It hasn't been used in a while. What? How'd you figure that out? You're not making things up now, are you? Hold your horses. It was easy to figure out. It was snowing before the murder, right? Look, well, look at the condenser. The snow is still piled on top of it. Wow, Nick, I'm impressed. Maybe you should be a PI instead of an attorney. This safety light was on at the time of the murder, wasn't it? That's what they say. There were performers in the lodging house, so it makes sense that it was on. I bet the killer was worried that someone would spot them during the crime. That's it. Alright, move to Mo's room.
Oh my, if it isn't Mr. Wright all the time. It's alright to be wrong every now and again, right?
Scenic, it just took a while for the joke to find its audience.
So, what can I do for you? Did you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair, or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it.
We're going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we?
How'd you know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you?
Okay. Regina. So about Regina.
Regina's such a pure, innocent child.
She's such a cutie, too.
She was born and raised in the circus, you know. That means she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top.
Sounds like Pearly.
Every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality.
She lives in a dream world?
She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. Funny thing is, that all seems normal to her because it is her everyday life.
I guess it explains why she can marry a ventriloquist puppet.
Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply, without complications.
What am I doing? Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money?
Ah, yes, Bunny!
He stole my attorney's badge. Well, money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him. Why's that? Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right? Exactly! Bravo! Bravo! Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Vegeta's family. Then who does he belong to? I'll be happy to take you to where his owner's staying. You mean right now? Oh. Burped. Of course, shall we go? Should we go with him now or wait a while? Just go with him. Oh boy. An entire tire swing. This is it! What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro? He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today. That's a big pile of junk over in the corner. I don't think I'd be wrong to assume that Phoenix's stuff is over there, too. Just be careful to make sure you got the right stuff. Thanks, Mo. See you later. A monkey who takes care of Acro. Really, it's that way around, not the other? Habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. Holy cow. There's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch. Look at this. It's a trophy, and it's really heavy. Nick, I found it. Your badge. It's right here. Attorney's badge returned to its rightful spot on lapel. Thanks, you really saved me, huh? What's the matter? Did you find something? Yeah, check this out. It's a ring. There's something engraved on it. From T to R. Ooh. Ring put in pocket. Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation. Do you think we'll win in court tomorrow? Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. Probably not. We are probably going to do the trial, and then we're going to have another day to investigate, because we haven't met this Acro guy. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Mo and maybe the puppet. Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side. That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. To be continued. Save your progress, yep. December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 5. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties! What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see now the dashing young lawyer flying. Why did I say it like that? Flying fabulously, and from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 2. Thank God.
And now the case of one... What?
Your Honor, get on with it.
Oh, sorry, I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns.
So,
Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica?
yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. Sorry, I got work. Are you leaving, or have you just been busy? Just saying that's why you've been busy in chat.
You know, my grandchild's a huge fan of his.
You have kids?
I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly.
I wonder if that is to our advantage.
Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please.
I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There, opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry up and wrap up this waste of time. Taking a drink.
Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there now. Sorry to keep you from work, and as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective.
Don't mention it, it's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this.
Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question.
At your service, sir.
Alright, oh my god.
Alright, detective, you may proceed with your testimony.
Details of the event.
Night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. Cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. I see, he was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence.
The autopsy report added to the court record.
A blunt object, Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Details of the event. Let me ask you about the snow.
It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime.
Did it pile up?
Wasn't such a big deal, maybe about 1.5 inches on the ground. Snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day.
The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record.
Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime?
For now, I'm just gonna press on everything. I probably have to use whatever it is on the, like, first, what line? When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean?
Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant Maximilian Galactica and his victim, the ringmaster. I almost forgot Regent the tiger was there as well.
Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey?
When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings.
Oh, right. That's how Ace Attorney is, yeah. Practice broke up. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to?
Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Then the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. Ringmaster Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately.
Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you?
Seems they were negotiating Max's salary.
Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m.
Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down.
This is totally meaningless. Time to move on.
Alright, well, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail.
A wooden box?
That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say?
The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box?
Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than in Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle.
What's inside the bottle?
It's filled with pepper.
Pepper?
Why in the world was it locked in that big box?
There's only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Contains pepper. That's interesting, huh? According to the autopsy autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct?
You've done your homework, pal.
And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak.
My theory is that it's something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it disappear with magic. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now.
Guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. What? Gumshoe? You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness.
I'm not even off the stand yet.
Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint.
I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilla will show up on the stand as well. Probably. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Trilla Quist. I am employed as an operatic tenor.
Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist.
That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Ahem. Me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge. Well, what do you think?
I hate this guy. I hate this. I don't like any of these circus performers. It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge.
Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is a reason you'll never be an A-list star.
I think his chin his nose is fine, but celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds.
What's going on here? Order, order! I demand to know who the witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this.
I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about...
Ouch! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. His chin, however. Yeah. I mean, it's a fictional character, who cares? But, like, if you're gonna pick one thing about him that's, like, bad, it's definitely the chin, not the nose.
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max, heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that?
Without a doubt, he had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can he mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime?
He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit.
Why's that?
Here's absolute proof. That's not absolute proof. I really don't think people can, like, dress up as him. Yeah, that's literally, like... Hi, guys. Hey!
A silk hat.
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. What the fuck is the... Oh, right, that's there! I keep forgetting it's there. I forgot that was there, again. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Not a fan of gay people right now. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. I hate this fucking guy. The clown, you're talking about Mo.
Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise, his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good.
Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Why the Plaza's entrance?
To do some thinking, of course.
It's awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. I don't remember this case at all. I need to reread the thing. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica?
Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup?
Snobby three-piece getup.
Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup, geez, could you be any more dense? All together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you.
Nick, I think you should put a little more effort into preparing your questions. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? This puppet is absolutely homophobic. This is literally just fucking Rex from fucking Victorious.
That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? There's no proof it was Max. That's technically true. Like, just because it was the clothes doesn't mean it was necessarily him. Like, we don't have any evidence they saw his face. But also, they did only see him head in that direction. They didn't see him actually commit the murder. I mean, considering what he says about the judge, oh yeah, definitely. That's a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange?
That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose the witness could have seen? That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
Because there's no evidence that's him. We just know the clothes, the cloak and the hat. The cloak and the hat are not proof. Those are clothing items.
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. and there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judge, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trilla wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of the bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah. I think so. I don't know anymore. Okay, so we gotta have some piece of evidence to present here. Oh, right, this one. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it?
Huh? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Literally, all their theory is we only see the costume worn by Max, so no doubt it's Max. Literally? Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time. I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather?
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone.
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. Your theories suck more. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Probably Regina. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. He exploded! God, I wish he would stay dead. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares what I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well, 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 the puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Eh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the... Ow. There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina.
Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More paid. Humph. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. And yet, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
You are going to propose, you a puppet.
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose.
Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination.
What was with that sigh at the end? About the proposal. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct, to Regina?
Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it, that's the truth.
What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. Only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question, what was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. I wonder if the writer has a bad image of circus, because damn, no one in this circus is nice or so bad that they're funny. Yeah.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here.
Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. Whatever from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Push on anyways. Maybe something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. Oh, I didn't realize that's what it was.
I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to the facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
One literally propose to a girl's dad instead. One literally thinks he'll get the girl no matter what. Yeah. Like, God. Anyways, an engagement ring?
Uh-huh, it's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it.
It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Whose pocket was the ring in?
Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off?
I'm sorry. Really?
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her?
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob? You couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his woodblock in half, and not with magic.
Well, they always say that love creates rivalries.
So, what about this present?
I got in my pocket still. Wouldn't happen to be this, would it?
Trillo, do you mind if I show you something?
What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh, looks like they're going to double team me now. Red up. Do you recognize this ring?
That's mine. Give it back. Thief.
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Fucking clown, goddamn. Oh boy. Why then do I have it right here? What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something.
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault?
That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. World's worst Hallmark film in here. Oh boy. Shiny things. Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the... Oh, right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Yeah. Oh.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It's nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Trillo Quist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow loaf you fool called Ben's fault. When he was fumbling this way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Ben's testimony is a flaw. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing the money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there's no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to the next point. I'm taking a drink. It is entirely possible that someone other than a defendant was at the scene. Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past the vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. The witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dwarf face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Monkey attack, bitch. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times. You think you know my story's not changing.
It's already changed your stories. You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it will change some more. When there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. dick boy. Witnessing Max.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, and he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right, Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
The Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see, I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think. Again with the clothing. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. This is like the second time in a row where it's like clothing. Clothing's really making it. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Wait, what second? I mean, the last case, we were like, with Maya, and like, we had to prove that, like, the murderer was, Mimi Miney, yeah. It was Mimi Miney in Maya's clothes. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4, F-O-U-R, counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yeah, because the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. You saw Max coming out of the big top that night.
Of course, that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m., and you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. I'm no good at math. It was 10:10 p.m. Ah, yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You said good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben, you've got something to add? Let me guess, that's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performance. You should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Trillo's evening greeting. Ben's half of the comedy act. Yeah, what was Ben doing? I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that... Oh my god. Okay, no, that's not right. As fucking courtrooms like a circus with that whip. What if I, like, load? It's probably... I'm guessing that the other options might be also... Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow, that hurt. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no way that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. Bluffing. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said.
I told you already, jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? Those three ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with the chorus. Everyone together now. Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do you have the proof? Do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've gotta have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. Alright, let's see. Give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. Showed up after I had been waiting for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactic at the scene. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those three symbols. Wait, what did that say? Real name Lawrence Curls. When did we learn that? When did we learn his name was Lawrence? Alright, it's gotta be... Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so they kind of mentioned it. Was it, so I'm just gonna ask as a little hint here. Is it this line that I have to, use evidence on? Because they made a comment about bluffing here. So my assumption is maybe it's this line I have to do right now. Maybe? You don't remember? I mean, I think it's either this or the symbols, but like, I don't know how to really say. Maybe someone else was wearing the clothes. Oh, right, he got hit over the head. Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. I really like the word clonked. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch. Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell Single Eye. Honestly, I just...
Lewd? Yeah, literally lewd? Some of the word choices in this case, Jesus, who wrote this? We've got lewd, metrosexual, what? That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? I'm gonna go with the assumption he didn't see anyone. Of course, the witness did not see a soul that night. I see.
Who do you think you are just to jump up and decide what it is I saw that night?
A fool can only understand a foolish foolery uttered by the most foolish of fools. This witness didn't see anyone. You wouldn't happen to have any proof to back up that statement, would you? Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. I'm save scumming for that one because I hate this fucking puppet. It's my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. This is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it. What in the world, you... Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening, then? Why are you doing this to me? It's gotta be one of them. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. Regina's a fucking siren, I swear to God. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Was his wife Mary Berry? Answer the question, Mr. Quest. Order! How do you respond to this?
Well, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
You just said. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that night. The problem is exactly identifying who exactly that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Three symbols.
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone all together now.
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and the white roses. A silk hat and a cloak, anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else, dressed up as him.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we finally win a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... But? Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. To be continued. Let's see. Do I want to keep going, or do I want to stop for tonight? I'm gonna go to the bathroom first, and then decide. So let me just... Let me get a, window capture. I hate this case so much, I haven't even looked at it since I was like 10. That's fair, this case is, something. Okay. Let me BRB for a second. Hi, I'm back. Let's see what you were saying. I mean, people... I think everyone hates this case so much. I mean, people say the anime is better for this case than the game. I seriously hate the whole thing. Like, everyone wants to marry Regina, like she's 16, Max is 21, Ben is 31, Nance Circus, send every cunt at that circus to jail. And wasn't what we just went through that her whole dad promised her hand in marriage to one of the nonces? Yeah, like this fucking... Fuck, I forgot about the alien. I'm good. I'm gonna take the alien down. Classic home ed, then neglected by parents, then groomed by multiple people. I think it's bad when the 21-year-old is like, yeah, I told her dad I'm gonna marry her, so she's mine now. Yeah, like, both of these guys fucking suck. Like, first we've got fucking Maximilian. He's like, oh, I asked her dad for her hand in marriage, and so that means, and he agreed, so that means she's mine. She doesn't. And then fucking Trillo, Ben and the Trillo, fucking those two. They're like fucking, she's mine, she doesn't have a say in the matter. Like, and then there's the clown. He's just annoying. So far. There's probably more with him, but he's annoying so far. Anyways, I think I'm going to continue because I want to get this case done with as soon as possible. From all the characters in this case, I fucking hate Mo the most. Like, this trial fucking blows. Like, like, the actual, like, logistics of it are kind of interesting, but these characters suck. I hate them. I don't like any of these guys. Oh, you're gonna shit yourself in a minute? Oh boy. December 29th, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 5. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. There's another character, but I like him, I think. I remember no one is worse than Mo. Max is like David Bowie, oh. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly, he told me to wait in the room back because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up, magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29th, 12:06 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session.
Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
What is that fan noise? Do you hear... fan noise? Do you still hear it? Do you still hear the noise? Yes. Is that possibly my PC? Probably. Now no? Okay, now no. It's like clunky. That probably might be my PC. I asked earlier if it picked up on, if it was picking up on the mic, and I didn't get, it's on and off. It might be because, like, it depends on, like, if, like, you can, like, is it on and off, but, like, when I'm talking versus when I'm not talking? Like, if I'm not talking, is it on and off? I can hear it in the BG as a constant. Yeah, it's probably my PC then. I've asked. But it's much quieter than the game's BGM. Yeah, I need to, like, fucking... I need to make, like, try to buy a fucking, like, can of air or something. I think my fucking AIO needs to be cleaned or something. I don't fucking know. I'll probably just look back on stream afterwards just to check. See what it is. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. I guess now that I wear both my headphones, I hear more stuff. Sounds like you know what. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? If your mic is not leveled and you're playing with it... No, my mic is... like, this is me playing with my mic. Let me adjust that a bit more. Because I did that, I knocked it off the position I had it. There we go. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. What? What did he just say? Is there a log? What did he just say? Did he... In West Clown Fidelia... Something west, yeah. Sorry, I need to check something real quick. Ace Attorney. I hope this is... I'm just looking up Clown Fidelia. No, Clown no. Yeah, okay, I found the line. I found what he just said. He said, in West Clownadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent my clowy. And then he got hit. That's a fucking... That's fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I think. I'm pretty sure that's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference. Wow, this case has a lot of interesting writing choices. We've had the word metrosexual, we had the word lewd, now we have a fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference. What is with this case? Why is it like this? Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? I want this cunt dead, yeah. Did he just say? I think he might have just said another line of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme. Yet literally, why the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Why? Your name. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct. Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify to what you saw that evening? What was he about to say? Without the humor, please. Okay. What was he about to say? Whoever says they're professional funny man, they're no funny. It's like stand-up comedians. Oh, poor Mo. Can't be his normal stoogey self in court. I'm glad. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. Hasn't the circus been running for 20? No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughed at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? That didn't tell us anything. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? Please fucking smack him up. We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Yeah, it's gonna be Gumshoe.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
What am I doing with this voice? I don't fucking know. I hate this guy.
That night...
That night... What the fuck? Whatever, I don't fucking care.
That night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster. He was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
I hope he breaks his half-a-century-old back.
That's very interesting. This eyewitness account is to be believed. I have enough to pass judgment right now.
No, it's not to be believed.
Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
No. That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling.
I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm the one with the corny... I'm not the one with the corny jokes. What you witnessed. You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct?
See, that's the thing.
Huh?
How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock.
Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo?
What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around.
Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. No. There are 3 reasons why I don't want you. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You're so boring.
Maya! He's not funny.
You were pooped that night.
Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food.
What? Oh my god, shut up. God. I hate this fucking clown. I hate this fucking clown. You got a penalty for his joke? Yeah! They fucking gave me a penalty because I hate this fucking clown. Literally, who wrote this fucking trial? You just happened to glance out of the window?
You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls.
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night?
Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. Sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot.
Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I?
That's not something you just forget to mention.
Yeah, what she said.
I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony.
She starts turning the tables in our favor. What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it kinda sounded like, I guess you could say...
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
I guess that the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit, huh?
But then, you went to look out the window and you saw... Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they?
Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet? That's not far at all.
It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility.
I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
Didn't they say it stopped snowing at like 9? You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away.
That's right, I've been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the Ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it, how could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Uppity symbols?
Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright everyone, know what to do. All together now, say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown.
Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Well, will the witness please testify as to what he saw and only what he saw?
You say you saw the Ringmaster get clonked over the head.
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, what is waiting for you? A nice penalty. Gulp, isn't this a bit melodramatic? That is a huge fucking chunk. So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. I've got a great reason to make my claim. He literally said he looked out the window because he heard a noise that sounded like someone getting hit on the head. And then he's saying he saw it. Like, if the noise happened first that made him look out, he wouldn't have seen getting hit. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony.
What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head.
If Mo is to be believed, when he says he looked out upon hearing a sound, there's no way he could have seen Max clunk anyone. What the fuck did he just start saying? I don't fucking know. I hate this guy.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? Mr. Curls, are you reciting a C-Team theme to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
Ah, you're back from your jog.
well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again.
So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clunk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yup, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls!
Your Honor.
You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it.
The silhouette.
It was a bit far away, but the shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
He was carrying something.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes.
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Yep. It's our job. Document related to Max, emblazoned with his symbols.
Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination.
I'm not sure what to use at this point. Except beyond, like, the symbols. Don't you think that you are going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think?
What are you getting at?
I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max?
I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that.
Doesn't seem like he's jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? Trillo said the same thing. But if it was just their symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them?
I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max.
You're sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. You're sure that that is what you saw that night?
Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk.
Don't birds have terrible night vision?
But that's not all I saw.
You were able to see that kind of detail from your window. There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like?
I can see like a hawk out of my left eye, and an eagle out of my right.
His records say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was.
So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding?
That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. Must have been something incredibly hard.
Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. I claim it was a blunt object, at least it says so in the autopsy report. With Trillo's testimony and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. Made to order hat. What do I use here? So, yeah. What am I missing here? Made to order hat. An orange juice bottle. Was broken. What do I gotta use something here. This is tricky. Don't you think that you're... yeah. What? I don't think it's any of these. I guess maybe I just gotta start using stuff. Maybe I gotta use this. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so, the Silk Hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone get ready. All together now. Silk Hat, cloak, white roses. What the... Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order, order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony?
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup?
Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike Juan, this witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling. Nick, this is your last chance.
Judge.
Silhouette Part 2.
There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. Oh boy, so you're saying I can't press for info is what you're saying, I think. You'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. Only get a single shot at this, I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Hey, how did it end up getting found at the crime scene, then? This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night.
No question in your mind.
Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that?
I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
Order, Mr. Curls. Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go to insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he did have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He's turned into a bratty little kid. I hate this guy. It's pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo?
What do you want?
You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. I don't remember this while the judge actively hates the witness. I would too. This guy sucks. This witness's testimony is full of holes, Miss Von Karma. His protest is useless.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave this crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened?
Say what?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things.
The crime scene photo? Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there.
Ay, ay, ay.
So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of the witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came into court in.
Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes?
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false, I haven't lied,
It's just what?
It's just, I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Ooh.
Order, I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you?
Girl!
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. The truth.
Now it's time for our next segment, Monos. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down, and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness.
You know, for this point, I kind of understand why Franziska told him to not say anything.
That's why there are no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why don't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? I think his eyes were playing tricks, but more so in that I think that it wasn't, I think he's telling the truth in some regards. So I'm gonna go with that for first, and if that's not correct. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he is telling the truth. That's what I think. Wait! That means that Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. Hold on. If I load up and say that I think his eyes played tricks on him, what happens? It's obvious that the witness's eyes are playing tricks on him.
Don't be such a fool. Who in the world do you think I would mistake that jerk for?
Jeez, I didn't say you were lying. Wow, he looks really serious right now. More serious than he's looked all day. Oh, okay, so it just continues. Okay. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I feel like this happened before. A similar thing. Just without the flying. It was just that there was no footprints for the criminal. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. December 29th, 2:33, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Which case? What case? I don't remember. But I definitely kind of remember talking, like, something like that happening. I don't remember. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I knew you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. but it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule.
I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? What we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. To be continued. I think I'll end stream now, just because, I think partly because my voice is getting hoarse and I need to get some food. So, let's see. Let's get back to the menu. Title screen. So, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. And, have a good.